Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Here. She was a peach.
Is that what you told her before you beat her? Before you tried to rape her? What kind of a man forces a woman into having sex against her will?
Only.
It sounds like.
Believable. You know? You not only broke your little girl's heart, but you're killing your mother. You can't do any worse than that, Reggie. You know what? You need to quit acting like you're some kind of little street nigger.
7 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Us, you know we finally here, right? Us, you know we finally here, right?
Well, it's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday.
Hey, hello. Dayo. You made it to Friday. Good for you. Charlie Kirk didn't. All right, hot out the gate. Charlie Kirk's. We're not doing that again. That was fun yesterday. Barely fun yesterday. We're not doing that today. We're not just messing up names on purpose. Let me adjust myself. All right. Comic-Con theme, animation shirt, long sleeves over short sleeves over short sleeves or the short sleeves.
All that jumping is making me nervous.
They jump so much because they have superpowers. ¿Qué no entiende, chingao?
I quote my wife. How cool does it feel to be the house nigga coon while the house is burning down? Let's put some respect. Great quote. Marcella April Panicello. We're going to get into some affirmations. We're doing the show just as we always do. We're going to start with the affirmations. And guys, I got a whole thing planned for you. I got the Frederick Douglass flip in the front. Shouts to Frederick Douglass. I'm going to do a history of Nintendo. Brief history of Nintendo. Shouts to Pikachu right here on the side. No, that's not it. Hey, there she is, my wife.
The African American woman is the backbone of the Black family, really of the whole American family. I mean, who wasn't raised by a Black woman? I know I was.
Shout out to love, y'all.
You've got to love life.
Shout out to love. Appreciate your CP in the chat. Let's change this color for a bit. Let's get rid of this mint. Let's do a classic yellow and red. Yeah. Yeah. Meow. Meow. Yeah. Well, not my favorite. Oh. That's okay. I like that. We'll keep that. Okay. Thank you for your CP in the chat. Hey all day. Hey, Mufasa.
You know we finally here, right? Mufasa, you know we finally here, right?
Well, it was all a dream, baby.
Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. I'm going to be going the history of Nintendo, because I'm going to be doing I've been smoking weed all day, and I've been kind of drinking for the majority of the day.
They're so excited for you to be a part of this experience. The fans. So you want to learn.
So I'm going to give my under the influence views of the Nintendo Direct. Mind you, this is a brand new system. The Nintendo Switch 2 just came out about, I don't know, a few months ago. Brand new. They did drop a Donkey Kong game that's sweeping the nation. Let's make sure I'm in frame. All right, we're looking good. Right in front of D. Shout out to D. Oh, say what up to the anime babies. That's lovely. That's a lovely background. And also my man Makai in the corner. Can everybody just stop dying for a second? Seriously. Rest in peace to Charlie Kirk. Got him right in the neck. All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do a brief history of Nintendo, and I got a fucking surprise for you. It may be, I don't know if I have that
Subscribe
button anymore.
and share.
No,
It's
no.
free. If you have the internet, it's absolutely
No, I don't
free.
have that button
If you
anymore.
have the
It's
internet,
okay.
it's free. If you put on your internet, it's be there. Like, subscribe, and share on the internet. It's on the internet. Just put on linktointernet.com.
I have a little something that you may not have heard of called DreamCon. It is the first and only Black Comic-Con. It's just about culture. It's like they should have called it Culture Con. Stupid.
I don't need.
Oh, they should have called it Culture Con, but it's called DreamCon. So we're gonna take a look at the history of that. How did that come to be? Who started it? And look at we're gonna look at the floor. I got the floor on DreamCon, and then something else I found out about. There is a Comic-Con in Atlanta. That's as black as you could get when you type for something. If you're looking for something black, pro tip, just look at the Atlanta version of it.
It was all a dream.
So there is a Comic-Con in Atlanta. I didn't know that happened. So we're going to take a look at that, see what happens with that. Make sure I'm in frame. Fix the frame. Make sure I'm in frame. Let's get rid of these squigglies in the back here. We got this. We're professionals here, mate. Yeah, mate. Then in center there. Right in front of DMX there. Move over a bit. I bet you're wondering why I'm doing an Australian accent. This is all going to make sense if that even sounds Australian. I wonder if they're going to be offended by this. I got another surprise for you. Our Negroes have come a long way.
It was all a dream. It was all a dream.
We've come a long way. So I got some surprises about some stuff that we're working on. Well, stuff that we're involved in. I'm not going to keep doing that. I'm just trying to get it. I'm trying to stretch it. All right. I got some stuff that we're involved in that I want to tell you about. It involves what we do. We do art. We do video art. We do this kind of art where we're just, you know.
I was like standing on the corner drinking 40s, you know, smoking weed. And so God, like.
So the marijuana of choice is Blue Dream, and the beer of choice is a delicious Voodoo Vanja. Voodoo Vajana. Roger. Voodoo Vanja. So delicious. It's now filled halfway with wine. I'm doing it French style. French people are like, what? All right, so I'm gonna get into art with Mark first because that's what we do on Xgongiveittoya. I'm gonna look at some videos he has sent me. It's been a long time. I played my disclaimer, so I hope that I'm gonna be in the clear. A lot of these videos like to play music. And then after that, guys, we're getting straight into we're getting to the history. Well, first we'll do the DreamCon. No. First we'll do the Nintendo Direct. And then we'll do the DreamCon, which would be just multiple little videos about Black cosplayers. And then also I got some stuff on the floor for the San Diego Comic-Con, but we'll see how much time we have. The Nintendo Direct, which I'm shocked, is a whopping hour, which I just found out. But a lot of that is filler. Probably get to skip some stuff, but it's not going to be a long one. I'll try my best. But yes, high energy, good vibes. I had a great day. Thank you for asking. I hope your day was good as well. And yeah, man, we're just going to jump into this kind of Friday Xgongiveittoya. You know, this is more of a laid back show. I know I like to, some of the shows have scripts and quips. Not this one. I'm just jumping in head first. I haven't seen any of these videos yet, but I do know that they work and they are of what I am saying that they are. What does that mean?
You know where that came? That came from me. That came from me. It was my doing.
So without further ado, guys, let's get into art with Mark. And then after that, we'll jump into the show. Welcome to Live at 5, the Xgongiveittoya edition. I appreciate you for joining me.
We're going live at 5. So I got something. So X gonna get you to get it on your own. X gonna get it. Go on street. Live at 5. Your show starts at 6 o'clock.
Follow us on Instagram, connect on Facebook.
Okay. Alexa, please make me big. I'll try. Let's get it.
My dear American sister. My dear American sister.
I'm trying to get that nostalgia feeling when I play the Nintendo flashback. It's gonna make me sad because it's brings back a lot of memories. Do you remember like smoking cigarettes with your mom, playing video games? when you was like 7? No, that didn't happen. That's funny.
Did I do that?
No, I never smoked cigarettes with my mom, but that image in my head made me laugh, so I wrote it down. Just the image of being like, maybe I want to say some sort of 8-9-year-old smoking cigarettes, stressed out, playing Mario. And McKids, we're gonna get into McKids too. That is a video game that had product placement that brought my family together. So shout outs to McKids. What's McKids, you say? Well, I'll just show you an image. I'll show you an image.
And what, let's check with
Google time. Google time.
This was an interracial game. They didn't have many. Now imagine this though. Imagine this. So you're hanging out with your siblings, cousins, and you're playing this game based off a food franchise. When I say Mick, I do mean the Mick. I mean out. And I don't understand how it worked. But it's like one of those things. Like Nintendo was hit or miss. You know what I mean? So when they tried to do certain things, sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. But the whole point was the production. If the production of the game or the studio was good, you could make a fucking video game about anything. So we got this game, obviously, for like, I don't know, we think we got it from McDonald's. I think it was one of those things. And they gave you the game for the food. But it was weird. Super Nintendo. I think it's Super Nintendo. On a trailer, if I could do that, but I could just show you the gameplay. But yeah, one of those games, hit or miss, right? It's about two kids who travel through, who get stuck in McDonald's world, and one's black, one's white, and you got to get out of there as soon as you can. And it's absolutely brilliant. All the way from the gameplay to the stage design and how they throw in Grimace. Hold on, how they throw in Grimace and all that shit. They have all the characters from McDonald's in the game, and that it's not so that it's cheesy. Oh, no pun intended, dude.
Somebody else. Yes. Somebody maybe, Hans. He's crazy.
No bun intended. All right, that's the last one. No, all right. No fricking way. All right. I'm gonna show you this trailer. Well, it's not really a trailer. It's just a gameplay of McKids. So, and then I'll get back to art remark. It's no problem. We got this. Again, thank you for joining me. This is Live at 5.
We're going live at 5. We're going live at 5-ish. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 6, 5. Ooh, that's it.
So I'm assuming this person is going to do a... where'd I put my mouth grease? I'm assuming this person is going to do a full-on run-through. So this will just give you a idea of what I'm talking about. So I know I could paint a picture with my words, but if I got the video, why not just show you the video, right? This is a lax show. No script. All right. Here's McKids. Put that bitch in 720p because we don't want any problems. Thank you for joining me live at 5.
Follow us on Instagram, Nick on Facebook, wherever you can get your podcast.
All right. Here's McKids. Here's a video game that was based off a food franchise that brought my family together. It's not a joke. We beat it to completion. I would say it would rival your Super Nintendo. I'm trying to think if it was a Nintendo or Super Nintendo, but I believe it was a Nintendo. It's probably a Nintendo. So for a Nintendo game, it rivaled Mario with its creativity, and it had no business being this good. I'll let you see it for yourself.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Play It Through, and on this edition, it's Mick Kids, brought to us by Virgin. Mick Kids is a platformer where you play as Mick and Mac, who are trying to help Ronald McDonald get his bag back. Along with that, you have to collect cards in stages in order to progress to the next areas.
Look at that.
In this run of the game, I will be doing a 100% run, so I will be getting every one of the cards and completing every.
I have dreams about this screen right here. You know, and then there's a secret. If you hit the moon, you get extra life.
Did I do that?
All right, whatever.
One of the stages. So here we go with Mick Kids for the NES. You can play the game 1 or 2 player.
You gotta pick.
And we'll be playing as just myself, of course, here as we get our opening cutscene before getting into the game.
It's not even a joke. He does jump higher than the white kid, but the white kid knows he hangs on to the things better. Look at there. Look. They got swooped up. This bad guy swooped. You got to go to Mick. He tells you, hey, listen, help me. Burgers are gone. And you got to save the burgers. But if you want to talk about direction, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Bam, right? So wait. Let me see him do like one of the...
Jump over this enemy at the top of the tree.
Those beavers. Oh. Mick coins.
And then just finish up the level.
Bam. Watch. Look, level design. Ice. No. Get to the ice. Look at this. Cloud level. Guys, ahead of its time. Look at this.
From there, you want to ride this moving cloud.
We started on the soundtrack.
And we're going to start heading over to the right to begin the level and then get up on this platform and jump all the way over to the left side, doing a large jump using the momentum and get to the first card of Birdie's place. From there, you want to ride this moving cloud platform up here.
Chaos.
Jump.
Chaos for a game from the 90s. This thing was like a music
Go all
thing.
the way over to the right here on the.
I mean, it just did everything that certain games weren't even doing, and it was weird.
Up and you can get to this.
You had your moon level, so you floated around a little bit more than you would on a normal level, right? You see, like I think and every time at the end, every time you give a high five, they're best friends. So that's the secret level. You gotta jump on the arrows.
Head inside and then over.
Oh, yeah, long story short, I'm just saying it was a game ahead of its time.
Run along, and what you need to do for the first one is jump on these blocks.
And you gotta help out. I mean, it had no business being as good as it was, is what I'm trying to say. Well, just wanted to share that with you.
You follow us on Instagram, connect on Facebook, whatever you get, your podcast.
If you have the internet,
We'll be right back.
it's absolutely free. If you have the internet, it's free. If you put on your internet, it'd be there. Like, subscribe, and share on the internet. It's on the internet. Just put on linktointernet.com.
All right, so let's get into the Instagram art with Mark, and we'll watch about a couple clips, and then we'll get into the affirmations, then we'll start the show. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Live at 5.
We're going live.
What are we talking about?
Live at 5-ish.
My dear American sister.
Tomorrow isn't promised, but be a cunt today. Well, he already has me. But see where we're at. I like that. it doesn't play automatically. I like that. Uh-oh. Two times. Hilarious. It's got some moves. I said, you bet. Fantastic. Give me them 1990s emojis. Apparently, you don't give a shit about this. But apparently, the computer, Natasha, she's due for she was good for an upgrade, guys. We did it. I was getting no more upgrades for us, but we did it. Get my heart to that. Okay. I did not even know this was a thing. I looked into it definitely. I told him you got to take the option. Oh yeah, I remember asking him like, "Hey, dude, you have to remove your blockage. He blocks the videos. He doesn't know that he's blocking them." Let's see where we at with this. First time. I save him.
What's your favorite sound?
They descend into hell.
What's your favorite sound?
Probably the screams of my enemies as they descend into hell.
My problem with AI babies, I'm like, why we got to do that? I don't think I like AI talking babies like humans, even though I know they did that in Look Who's Talking, but they did do that in Look Who's Talking. Well, whatever. Shit will kill you fast. I can't pretend like I didn't watch Danny DeVito or like grown men comedians voice the voice of babies. So if we have the technology to make the babies talk without grown men talking like babies, that's probably cool. But again, do we need babies talking like adults? For what? I'm gonna pass. Comment. This one has a kid in it too. I got no comment on that. Babies aren't evil. I know it's a joke. You can get my heart. Pass on this too. I'm gonna pass on babies hugging Satan. Oh, all right. Hit or miss. This is the gayest homophobic thing I've ever seen. I believe it will be playing the Kennedy Center this year. So we got the gayest homophobic thing is my new favorite. That's my new favorite thing. Gay is homophobic.
It's also known of a Klansman, the sexism of a back alley creep, the ignorance of a barstool drunk, and the greed of a hedge fund ghoul all spray-painted orange and paraded like a prize hog at a county fair. Not a president, not even a man, just the stupidity passed off as common sense, cruelty sold as toughness.
I can't. I do that. That's everywhere. Again, but I will say this: he's not the worst. He's just one of many. Oh, this will be the gayest homophobic thing we've ever seen. There we go.
God hates flag. God hates flag. God hates flag. God hates flag.
They sang God Hate Fags together as a family. They got the t-shirts made.
God hates flag.
Who made the falsetto?
God hates flag.
No, that falsetto is the gayest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, sorry. I have to write that falsetto is the gay. Sorry, excuse my French. Is that how you spell it? I think so. I'm being cheeky. Look at this. Oh, well, come on. You know I meant to space it. That falsetto, that falsetto. Oh, yes, that falsetto. Here we go. And let's hit that uppercase T there. All right. That falsetto, excuse my French, the gayest thing I've ever heard, child. He said, God hates flag. Come on now. Funny. Good stuff. Okay. I think we're good. All right, let's see. All right, fine. Let's see the Beavers. Let's see the Beavers attack the abalone. Sure. Thank you for joining me live at 5. The only show where we look at clips. What do we got?
She will often attempt to recruit others to try it.
Uh-oh.
Once the female beaver acquires the taste, she will often attempt to recruit others to try it. Once the female
Oh, you nasty bitch.
I like that. Ooh, that wet. That wet. I feel proud of myself. Okay. Moving on, guys. All right. I feel proud of myself. Don't judge me. This is a different show. Maybe on other shows, I won't like see creatures that come.
Getting jiggy with it.
Sea Creatures That Come is going to be the name of my rock band. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Sea Creatures That Come. Bam! We like to have fun here.
Follow us on Instagram, connect on Facebook, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be right back.
All right. Now I'm going to get into some affirmations. Just because I want to, but not really doing nothing negative is happening today, nothing bad. If we can make it 2x after I'm trying to do the things I'm trying to do, if we can make it there, I'm sure there'll be maybe some hints of negativity. But for today's show, it's not really, I know it's called Xgongiveittoya, but again, I put Nintendo edition because I'm going to be watching the entirety of the Nintendo Direct. And then whatever happens after that, sky's the limit, okay? But we're trying to get to some X. We'll see. We'll see. Anything's possible.
In the world, what can I say? We be floating through everywhere. Baby girl, take you a while, whichever way we go. Go ahead, love is down the galaxy.
Well, of course. I know I said I'd like to check on old girl, so let me just keep my word. And then we're gonna get into some new affirmations, guys. Some new, brand new.
That's a good point.
You know we finally here, right? You know we finally here, right?
What? You know
Great, Shaban.
The founder.
You want to go back your country? It's private, but no, I do not. I'm from Pakistan now. How Pakistan helped and take care of you? Shabana, would you like to speak, Shabana? Okay, she's been taking care of me. Thank you very much.
Taking care of yours.
Yes, so everybody. This is my team.
Okay.
Yes, hi.
Now you are feeling well.
Yes, I'm going for sonogram.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, बिल्कुल सच्चो शबाना जलानी के साथ बहुत मुतमईन है ये खातून और बहुत खुश नजर आती हैं.
Toured 22 cities around the country.
All right, well, I'm checking in on her. She's still doing okay. You heard her. Shaban got her. Every Friday, I'm going to check in on Naja. Every Friday. So far, she's doing okay. She's getting taken care of by Shaban. Shaban's got her back. That's it. Yo, shout out to her. First of all,
the African American woman is the backbone of the Black family.
Shout out to Mrs. Robinson. Whoo! All right, so let's get into affirmations. By the way, these are from Marcella April Ponticello, my wife. They are free every day, and if not, maybe the next day or the day after that.
It was all a dream.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I'm moving as fast as I can. You know, did I say it was Blue Dream? Yo, shouts to Nug Hub. Forest Staten Island, Nug Hub.
It was wrong to kiss you.
You're right.
Here we are. We got him. We got him, guys. We did it. We're here. Time for some positivity. This is the most positive show I think I'm going to do all week. So I feel good. I'm going to share some good news with you at the end of this. But for starters, let's get into affirmations. We checked in on Niger. She's doing good. Shout to Shabbat.
My dear American sister. My dear American sister.
So there's a reason they call it girls going wild and not women going wild. When girls go wild, they show their tits. When women go wild, they poison their husband's food. You ever read something without reading the bottom, and then when you finally get to the bottom, you get to have the joy of like the person who made this was like ha 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 ha, and it was like by the time he got or she got to the bottom, I say he first because I'm a chauvinistic pig.
Oh, you nasty.
But I'm just saying, he or she. Oh, I see it right there. Amanda Nicole, it's a woman. So shout out to Amanda.
Regular, it's regular. No.
when you don't see the bottom and you see the bottom of it, it makes you laugh, like a genuine laugh. So yes, fun. Yes, they do, and it's with Mercury. Mm-hmm. All you gotta do is watch The Evil Within.
This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. This is not me. I'm fighting.
That's all you gotta do is watch The Evil Within. It's always Mercury. There was a story I saw. He said she used to always jump up early in the morning, by 7:30 in the morning, like Kamala Harris did. Shouts to Kamala Harris. I think Kamala.
We're winning. You see what's going on. So whatever you can do to help financially would be fantastic, because we have to beat it. If it's $5 or $10 or $100, whatever you can do.
No. Oh, no. I gotta put Mercury. No. Watch the Merc. Watch the Merc. The guy was like, my coffee tasted different than it usually did. Every little day. Instead, you know how they say you give a little bit of love, just a little bit of love every day.
You've got to love life to have life, and you've got to have life to love life.
Yeah, she was putting a little bit of Mercury. Little bit of dash of Mercury. Make everything okay. Little bit of dash of Mercury.
You know we finally here, right? Boss, you know we finally here, right?
Well, it's Friday, then.
Let's see what we got. Love this. Fucking hilarious. Great find. Great job. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. All right. Be with someone who will take care of you, not materialistically, but take care of your soul, your well-being, and your heart. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh.
You've got to love life to have life, and you've got to have life to love life.
That's beautiful. Absolutely. At the end of the day, you only get one heart. You could always get a bag. You could always get a damn. You could always get a damn. I don't know. You could always give a damn. I don't know.
You know what that came from me. That came from me.
You could always get another thing, but you can't get another soul. So I feel this.
Did you feel that?
Yeah. This is heavy. So yeah, for all of you guys out there or women out there, I say guys first because I'm a chauvinistic pig.
What I need. I need your love.
That's GOAT. Bravo. Tell it to my heart. Tell me I'm not the only one. Freestyle said it best. I see you, just a couple people joining the chat. Shout outs to you. Thank you for joining me.
Follow us on Instagram. Connect on Facebook, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be right back.
All right. So fantastic. It's all about love. All right. Next. Hold on. Oh, I do it every time. Send. Okay. I'm not blocking nobody. I want your nose to flare out every time you see me. Yeah. For sure. A lot of people on the toilet mad looking at your life. Oh! That's okay. Taking a shit and while not giving a shit. That's kind of like the whole MO. But that's okay. Let them flare and stare. You got that right. Flare and stare. Let them flare and stare. And then I'm gonna give it the crazy eye. Where's the crazy one? Hold on. It's coming. I got you. One moment. Or maybe it's that one. I like the rolling eyes one, but I don't like the uh-oh, there it goes. Let them flare and stare like that. Whoop bop, whoop bop, whoop that bing. Next one. My addiction to buying things that I don't need started at the scholastic book fair. Well, look, let me tell you something about that book fair. They had niggas in there buying plants and buying books. That was our first Michaels. Little did we know we would be returning to that place for the rest of our lives. The book place and the plant place, we had us buying books and plants. Nigga, that's ferns. Nigga, we was buying ferns at like 10 years old. We were buying vintage books. That's fucking Portland street fair shit. They had us in Michael's at 10 years old. So
Delete. You've got to love life and have fun. You've got submarines, marathons, napalm. Shit will kill you fast.
Yo, shout out to your CP in the chat. Yo, nigga, they had us in there buying all these random books and plants. We didn't even know what to do. We was just like, well, I got my books. I got some sort of Dick Tracy book, and I got these ferns. They had us looking crazy. They had us out here scrambling for cash to get some damn plants and some vintage books. What's the word?
It was all a dream.
Thank you for your CP in the chat. They had us out there looking crazy. I'm trying to get some schoolwork done. They had us out there first Michaels. Word. With the ferns. Don't forget about the ferns. They had us out here with the lesbian kit. We had the books, the ferns. They had us out here. We had the lesbian kit. We had the plants and the books in the crib. Just like, I'm gonna read this book. I'm gonna put that plant right beside me while I read this book. I'm trying to get oxygen. You know what I'm saying? Listen.
It was all a dream.
Lovely. Don't forget the ferns. We had the lesbian pack. We had the Juno pack. They had us out there with the plants and the books. I'm dead. Fantastic. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. All right. I wish my life had background music so I could at least know if I'm in a drama, comedy, or horror show. Holy shit. Seriously. Give me some fucking ASL or something. Let me know what the fuck. Give me some gang signs. Give me something.
Yo, that's racist.
I'm just saying, give me something. Let me know what's coming, nigga. Because, I mean, I can't, at the where I'm at right now, I can't take no more surprises. No more surprises.
Oh, you got.
My nerves is bad. I don't want no more fussing. So, by all means, I need to hear that soundtrack. Give me that sound jersey, that trizzy. Give me that.
Regular digger.
Give me that. Give me that soundtrack. I need to hear if the knife is behind me. I need to hear if I won. Did I win at life? Is that like the glory sound? Give me glory sounds if I won. Give me problematic. If I'm in a complex situation that I have to think more about to get myself. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. Give me the Truman Show. Give me a Truman Show, but without the media watching me. Give me the soundtrack. Heads up. Somebody come into my life that I don't want. Hit me with the Ghostbusters music. Dum 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 dum. If I feel like, let me know if a family relative is around the corner so I don't bump into them. Hit me with the Return of the. Oh! So I know not to turn right. I wouldn't mind. I'll take it. Please. Brilliant, actually. It's like the Truman Show, but with I'm not writing at all. Look at this.
We're going live at 5. We're going live at 5-ish. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 5. Ooh, that's it.
And now we just nah, no. with. And got it. Nope. Nope. Come on. Come on, old girl. All right. 100%. Brilliant. This one so far has been one of my favorite ones. I gotta say. One of my favorite ones. They're all good, and let me tell you, they're all for free. So don't fret. They're all for free. Marcella April Ponticello. Trying to see what happened to my soundboard. Sound check. Sound check 1, 2. Uh-oh. Oh, and we're blasting. Oh no, what is happening here? All right, so we lost one. 1 second. Bear with me. Technical difficulties on a live show. It happens all the time. I'm not sure why. All right, so the sound's out. 1 second, please. You know, when we crash during affirmations, I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign, but we'll get through it together. There was an error. There's a drive error. It was brief. Guys, Allah's with us today. Allah's with us today. Because it's Friday. Hits rock bottom, adds geologist to resume. Has meltdown, adds nuclear physicist to resume. Oh my Lord. Wow. Love me a good science joke. Stop fucking around. Shouts to science.
It's also known as an algorithm.
Shouts to science. Shouts to a good science joke. Love that. You know, we're talking about 0 to 100, but with science. Love that. You clever tart. You clever tart. Which, again, that would probably be offensive back in the 1600s, but we're in 2025, nigga. Call niggas tarts if you want. Shouldn't get offended. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to call somebody a tart. Clever. Love that. All right. That was affirmations. That was a hell of a good time and some hell of a good fucking affirmations. I really appreciate that. Way to go. Great job. Shout out to my wife, Marcella April Ponticello. As I always say,
The African American woman is the backbone of the Black family, really of the whole American family. I mean, he wasn't raised by a Black woman. I know I was. You know what I'm getting from this. I'm going to have to put a pause in this conversation, which I really enjoy.
My dear American sister.
all right, so I'm gonna take a one brief break. I have a clip. I'm just gonna run. It's 19 seconds. It's not that bad. It's a little chibi of the Xgongiveittoya song, but in a way that you would have never imagined. It's in a, let me see, I got the Frederick Douglass going on. Frederick Douglass. I got the Xgongiveittoya in a video game 8-bit format. That's not why I'm late. Gotta get ready. I don't know. What do you want? But I'm gonna play this. Gonna loop. And we're coming in hot with a little history of Nintendo, which started as the Famicom. Those who know, if you know, you know. If you know, you know.
What are we talking about?
What up? The Famicom was the Nintendo before it was called Nintendo. That's when it hit the States. So we're gonna get into the commercial for the Famicom, and then we'll get into a brief history of Nintendo. Start the damn Nintendo show, and then we'll see how much time we have after that to get into X or whatever. And after we look at DreamCon, because we're gonna cover DreamCon. A 5-minute video that talks about the history of DreamCon, how it started, how did Black people come together to make something I'd never heard of, and I'm sure you never heard of it either.
It was all a dream.
So we'll check that out together. I thank you for joining me so much. This is Live at 5. So far, I think we're cooking.
We're going live.
I hope I'm sounding good. I hope you're enjoying it.
We're going live at
Okay.
5-ish.
Well.
6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 5. Ooh, that's
All right. Here comes a clip. 19 seconds on a loop as I set up our Nintendo adventure. I'll see you soon. Thank you for joining me.
Follow us on Instagram.
Subscribe and share. It's free. If you have the internet, it's absolutely free. If you have the internet, it's free. If you put on your internet, it'd be there. Like, subscribe, and share on the internet. It's on the internet. Just put on linktointernet.com.
But let's not forget, we also have a surprise. We have a surprise. So I did not forget. And we're gonna probably close with that surprise. Or I'll take it with me to my goddamn grave.
He told me to take my high yellow ass inside the house.
All right. I'll see you in a bit. Thank you for your CP in the chat, right? Isn't it so cool? Technology, man. We're fucking crazy out here. We're crazy. The way that hip hop can like transform simple sounds that we've had for a minute. Like we've had that 8-bit sound for a minute, and look how hip hop make it sound. They make it sound like you could bump that shit. Like you talk about like a new Hackers movie. Let me check my Frederick Douglass.
You better wake up.
Yeah, we could take hip hop anywhere we want to take it. Because look at that. That was an 8-bit version of a song that came out 20 years ago. 10 years ago? How old is that song? It's very old. But it's my theme. Love them. Shouts to DMX. But you want to talk about martyrs? DMX was a martyr. And rest in peace to Boomer. What did DMX die for? He died for us. Entertainers, man. I feel like entertainers are martyrs because they literally will do a show until their last breath. So there's a certain time where they already have financially what they want. It's not about the money. It's about them just loving what they do. It's all about gasms. Sometimes it's just about gasms.
Delete! You told me to take my high yellow ass inside the house.
So let's get into the brief, pretty short. It's a long thing, but we'll skim through it. We don't gotta calm down. We don't have to do all of that, but we'll get into just the evolution of the Nintendo consoles, because I want to show you where we're up to. I'll hit you with one original Famicom commercial that's only 30 seconds, and then we will be watching an hour's worth of the Nintendo Direct. This is not going to be a long show, but we have finally reached we're here. And yes, we're going to skim. I know there's some parts of the Direct. Let me move this dot. I know some parts of the Direct that may have like some filler, so I will be sure to we'll skim past stuff like that. You know, should I've moisturized my neck? I sound like who's that actor? That weird bald guy. Should I have moisturized my neck for you? He has the Gap. I forget his name. He's so good. I have his voice in my head because he's in Tom. If you ever watched the show The Life of Tom on HBO, watched The Life of Young Tom. It's so good. I got to tell you the name of that guy. Then I got to play the thing because we're burning daylight, guys.
And what, check with Google time. Google time.
I had an excellent day. I hope you're enjoying your Friday. If anyone who's watching this, see some people in the chat, have seen the MTV Awards, give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. The Life of Little Tom. I just want to get the name of that guy. He talks like this, but he's bald and he has a gap and he says things like, Tom, do you think it's funny to interrupt the class? That's the best I could do. It's not bad. Once I tell you what I'm doing, yo, that's pretty good. Hey, watch. Watch what I find. Look, watch.
And what, check with Google time. Google time.
It's the life of Tim, by the way, not Tom. Oh my God.
What are we talking about? Holy shit. Yeah.
It's Little Tom, Little Tim. I'm not going to do this again. We're not doing this again. just messing up people's names on purpose. Young Tim. I watch it every night, and I still don't know the name of the show. It's kind of like that should be at some point a condition. And if it does look like a
I wish a nigga. Like, subscribe and share.
The name of the show is. This is a shame. 10-year-old Tim. Watch that because it's great. It's on HBO. And we got John Malkovich. That was my John Malkovich. Tim, you have to. It's funny to. You think it's entertaining that you are interrupting my class, Tim. Art is not something you make fun of. It's something. That's he kind of. I don't know.
Once again, I'm not an activist. I'm just caught up in the shit. When you start the shit, you can't stop the shit till you finish the shit. I'm in the shit.
But yeah, John Malkovich is in it. So he's the principal or whatever. It's fucking awesome. All right. Let's get into the evolution of Nintendo. The consoles. I'm done with accents for today. I didn't come here for that. Nobody came here for that, actually.
They're so excited for you to be a part of this experience, the fans. So you want to leave?
Yeah, the evolution of Nintendo. Brief. And yeah, I'll put the caption on, put this bitch on 720 because we don't want any problems. Because I'm building hype for the new stuff that's coming out. First of all, let me just say this. This would be the newest. This would be the longest Nintendo Direct that they've done in years. If you're not familiar, a Nintendo Direct is like a Gamescom, or maybe like a sort of like a, how do I, when they bring out the iPhones and they tell you everything that the iPhone is going to do for the next 5 years or the next 10 years, it's kind of like that. So they don't often do them. It's a very big deal. It's very Japanese, and sometimes they're a hit or a miss. I put in my description that I feel like they dropped their biggest games, which was Donkey Kong, and I feel like no, like I don't know how what else could they do? I have no clue. And I hope that there's a new, the craziest thing that happened with Nintendo and the Switch that came out, they never dropped a Mario game. They didn't. This is the first time, and this is why I'm making such a big deal out of this. Honestly.
Can I do that?
It's because they released a new system without a Mario game. That has never happened. That's like Xbox releasing a system without a Call of Duty game. These kind of things don't ever happen. So I would think that, whoa, maybe they were waiting for this Direct, which was, again, the longest Direct they've ever had, to release something big. And I maybe that's what we'll see today. But a lot of times it's a bunch of bullshit. Cute, but usually bullshit that I have no desire. Like, my whole thing of watching these things, because I don't own a Nintendo Switch, is to see if I would ever be convinced to buy one. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm trying to get convinced to spend money, because you guys don't donate nowhere near.
Follow us on Instagram, connect on Facebook, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be right back.
Like the Cash App at the bottom of the damn screen. All right, here comes Nintendo.
You know we finally here, right? You know we finally here, right?
Well, it's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, yes, it is. Blessed be. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you're kicking it with me. All right. So this is Game Ranks. Video's got over 42 million views because niggas love raspberries. Niggas love berries. Do you remember that? We love it. We love looking at shit. I haven't watched one of these videos before. I haven't watched this video, and I mean this one right here. I didn't watch it yet. Of course, I watched it for the first time with you. I hope I don't cry. So this will be a 24-minute video of him running down all the systems. Of course, I'll skip in between. He'll get into probably the boxing and the mega chips and megabytes. We don't have to do all that. I'll just get into the introductions of the systems, just to give you a build-up of exactly where we're at today and what's coming out and what we're looking forward to seeing during this direct tonight. Welcome to Live at 5, the only show that starts at 6 o'clock. I appreciate you.
We're going live. What are we talking about? We're going live at 5. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
There's only one video game console manufacturer that has been around since the quote-unquote console boom: Nintendo. The video game console market completely crashed in 1983, and Nintendo was instrumental in reviving it, and they just never stopped. So how has a playing card company founded in 1889 managed to dominate the console industry for the last several decades? A huge part of that answer is hardware. Hi folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, the evolution of Nintendo consoles. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, a market appeared for home video game consoles. You had everything from the ColecoVision to the Intellivision to the Atari 2600, and a profitable way to get in on that phenomenon was to make games for them. Over the last decade, a company called Nintendo that had already been around for roughly a century was finding success in arcades with a game called Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong got ported to and packaged with the ColecoVision in North America. It was a hit, and it convinced the Nintendo executives and R&D department that they should have been working on their own hardware. Through the early 80s, they did just that, and in 1983, they released the Nintendo Entertainment System, also known as the Family Computer or Famicom in Japan, and first launched in Japan on July 15th, 19...
Like when they launched the Nintendo, they didn't call it Nintendo. That was it. That was for us. In Japan, I mean, I'm sure some of you know it. If you don't, just drop some fucking nerd knowledge or whatever.
Did I do that?
It's not really nerd knowledge anymore. Everybody knows what Nintendo is, but they, instead of calling it Nintendo in Japan, they call it the Famicom, which would be the family con, I guess the machine. So it's the family communication machine, so a machine to bring the family together. So they put more of a family name in it. I could probably do a better definition of what would the con be at Famicom, but I do know it was supposed to be the family machine. But and also I would like to, which I don't even, another thing I'm going to look up now I'm doing this.
And what, let's check with Google time. Google time.
Oh, okay. Easy. That's easy. Family computer.
Did that make you feel a certain way?
So Famicom was family computer. So now I'm going to see what Nintendo.
And what, let's check with Google time. Google time.
1 second. So Famicom means family. That should have been one of the first things I did. Nintendo. Shit. I don't think I've ever Googled what Nintendo means.
And what, let's check with Google time. Google time.
It means to leaving one's luck up to heaven.
Oh, come on.
We're going live.
Yeah. When I try to tell you so, yes I did.
We're going.
leaving one's luck up to heaven. That's why I'm covering this today. That's what Nintendo means. The word Nintendo means leaving one's luck up to heaven. And Famicom means just family computer. Simple. All right, back to the show.
1983 and was revised several times before being launched in America. For instance, originally in the United States, it was going to be marketed as the Nintendo Advanced Video System Home Computer. Besides the light gun and controllers, it had a joystick and a keyboard, and it was being developed this way because in the United States of America at the time, video games were being looked at as a passing fad, a trend that had already worn out its welcome. This was in no small part due to very, very low licensing standards, leading to any
Then we're going to stop there, and then we're going to move on to the next system. See, he's doing the hardware stuff. So then I'm going to move on to the Super Famicom. Okay, so now we saw that system. That's that. We don't have that much time, so I'm just going to get to the next one. And if you want to check this out, it's Evolution of Nintendo Consoles. As I always say, you can check it out on your own time. So now we're going to
judging a book by its cover. Everyone with an
oh Lord,
you know we finally here, right?
Yeah.
You can follow us on YouTube.
Of course. Odd Negroes on Spotify. Wait, it's what? Say it again. Odd Negroes.
ODD, Odd Negroes.
Oh, Odd Negroes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go online. Odd Negroes with a Z.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you guys.
Speaking with you.
Thank you so much.
Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck this is, so I would like to know, and then we gotta keep it pushing. But I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm guessing it's some sort of. I can't tell you. It's maybe if you hook it up to the computer. There's a controller here, but what would be this stuff? If this is the Famicom, did it come with all of these accessories, or it's probably shit you had to buy? You could buy. That's sad.
With a D-pad, a select and a start button, as well as an A and B button. The color scheme of the Nintendo Entertainment System was quintessentially 80s. Black, gray, light gray, and red. Very stark edges, very high contrast. Where the Japanese version of the Famicom was a top-loading console in which you would insert cartridges to a slot on the top of the console itself, the American version actually had a different mechanism. A lot of people look at it as a piece of the charm of the NES. The spring-loaded console tray was cool, it was fun to play with, but at the same time it slowly deteriorated and was considered a design flaw. That didn't stop the Nintendo Entertainment System from being a massive hit in the United States of America, and while other console manufacturers like Sega and NEC Home Electronics were launching 16-bit systems in 1988 and 1980.
So we'll jump again. We're gonna jump again. So we'll jump from the Famicom, Super Famicom. I'm assuming we're gonna get into some fucking Sega Genesis situations where, again, these are powerhouse machines ahead of their times. There's some sort of like artistry.
You know what that came from me?
Artistry. It was all a dream. That you can't recreate in some of this artwork. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, we got better graphics. I'm not one of those people who play old video games because I miss my father or whatever. No. I love new video games. I love new video games that no, I'm not one of those people that play old video games because I wish my parents never got divorced.
It was all a dream.
New video games are awesome. Character, when they put the dots on them, that shit is fucking fire, dude. If the story's good, yeah, if the story's good, I say bring it on. But yeah, of course, you got a lot of just like you. But you gotta look at it like this. Imagine a sci-fi channel, right? But that's what like gaming has become. So now you got like all of these like crazy low budget, high budget studios making crazy, ridiculous video games, but some of them are really, really fun. I like playing off games. I rarely play the new shit that comes out. I take my time, but I like digging deep, like in the crates of like weird developers. You know, of course, you play your Witchers, your Grand Theft Autos, and shit like that. But I like getting fucking around with other developers to see like what they do. And I love weird indie games, of course.
You got
it's not really taboo anymore to like indie, but I'm just saying like you find some interesting stories and people recreating their trauma through video format. So that's what's up. But let's see if we're gonna get into Sega Genesis. You probably had one or the other. I had a Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis.
Subscribe and share. It's free. If you have the internet, it's absolutely free. If you have the internet, it's free. If you put on your internet, it'd be there. Like, subscribe, and share on the internet. It's on the internet. Just put on link to internet.com.
Yeah, I had the Super Nintendo and a Nintendo. Always been a Nintendo boy. It didn't follow me in my older age, but yeah. But my cousins, they had the Sega Genesis. So shout out to my cousins. So we would swap. We would go, they would come over here, we would go over there, and then we'd be like, oh, you know, we'd play their system, we play their system. So that was fun. I saw shit on a Sega Genesis that I couldn't imagine seeing on a Super Nintendo. So it was like it's a different, they had different vibes. I feel like Sega Genesis was slick. Sega Genesis was like, if you could put it in like audio, would be like a Sega Genesis would be like a CD, and then Super Nintendo would be like a tape.
You know where that came? That came from me. That came from me. It was my doing.
If you're just joining us, this is Xgongiveittoya, the Nintendo edition. I'm doing a pregame where I have been indulging, you know.
You got
and we got some Blue Dream on the table, and we got some Merlot, some good old Merlot.
Oh, you nasty.
So yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm doing a pregame. I'm gonna watch the entire Nintendo Direct to see if I got some good things headed my way. Just for nostalgia purposes, I want to know why would Nintendo drop a 1 hour Direct? And I have not seen a new Mario game yet.
Did I do that?
All right, so let's get into the Sega Genesis. I can't say that the Sega Genesis was better than the Super Nintendo because I felt like they're on the same. They have different styles. Again, one's a CD, one's a cassette.
89, the Nintendo Entertainment System was actually still riding high, but eventually it was necessary for them to create a 16-bit product, and, well, they went above and beyond when they did. In Japan, the Super Famicom was released on Wednesday, November 21st, 1990. The 300,000 units sold out within a few hours. It caused such an issue with work schedules and people simply just being out, the Japanese government had to ask video game manufacturers to begin scheduling console releases on weekends. While it was not the first of the 16-bit video game consoles released, it was certainly the most powerful and contained several processors that work alongside the CPU that do everything from sound to tiling to simulated 3D effects. It's really quite a complicated system. It had a palette of 32,768 colors, although it was only capable of displaying 256 at a
time. We're moving on. All right. No, we're not doing statistics. All right, let's get into the Super Nintendo. No, we're going to jump. That was basically the Super Nintendo. So let's see. Let's get into the Burning Daylight. I gotta get to a totally different system. All right. We'll get into the. All right, bam, right here. All right.
This point over their very strict licensing policies that Sony did not really have the same level of. The Super Nintendo did pretty damn good, but in the background, Nintendo was scheming. Frankly, they needed to be. An entire console generation was going on without their input, and although they were holding up, it wasn't going to stay forever. Silicon Graphics Incorporated was looking to get into the consumer market, and Nintendo was looking to get into the, well, beat everybody else in the video game market that was kind of starting to pass them by market. And I know that's not a real
You say, you know, the weird thing, the only reason why I'm hyped is kind of fake hype, because I'm saying a company that brought my family together has become one of the low producing video games. Their games have no weight. Like it's been Zelda and fucking Mario and Donkey Kong for the last, since I was a kid. They have not took their family, like what they wanted to do with the system. They haven't took it there. It's still, they stick to the format. I've been shocked that the first system, that one of the first systems that I've ever put my hands on, has not been one of the front runners of all of this gaming shit. There's no way that me playing a Zelda video game do I feel like it was better than playing anything on a PlayStation. So I mean, even to this day, like if you come out with a new Nintendo game, it doesn't touch none of these games on these newer systems, and that's just that's my opinion. They have to step it up.
It's just a thing that we're looking to do. These two companies formed a partnership that over megahertz.
Staying connected matters.
So we'll skip. But yeah, please, by all means.
Follow us on Instagram. Connect on Facebook, wherever you get your podcasts. We'll be right back.
We're almost done with this, and then we're getting straight into the direct. And because of the timing, I think we probably just do the direct. We'll probably just do that. We probably won't be doing any X tonight because you know, it's getting late. But we'll see. All right, we're done with this. I don't want to hear about the megahertz. I want to get into one of the systems that stick with me for life. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you a story why. 1 second. I'm trying to get him to begin this here. And then I promise, right after this, we're looking at one. There it is. The Nintendo 64. All right. We're already in full screen. Fair enough. So yeah, hear about the Nintendo 64. So this system is very dear to my heart. A child that I used to babysit, who recently has passed. Rest in peace to Kimani. He had that system. His parents had that system for him at the house, and that was the first time I ever played it in my life. So I would look forward to babysitting also, not only because, you know, the cash and the sense of responsibility, I guess I was trying to gather at that time. Who knows? But that was the first time I got to play that system on a weekly basis, and I would say it was just like beautiful because you're playing Super Nintendo at your house, and you know when you're black, everybody's stuff is better than yours. So just going over there and seeing something that I didn't have, but it was some wonderful video games. I played Mario in 3D for the first time. He's Mario. I played Mario Kart. Shout out to Mario Kart. Mario Kart in 3D for the first time. Mario Kart is one of my favorite games. So, one of those vibes. So, first time I ever saw it in a three-dimensional situation. So, that was fun. But yes, rest in peace to Kimani. But yeah, that was the first time I had a handle on that system, and it was just crazy. We would just be on that shit all day. It's just it had a different thing from what a PlayStation was. I believe at the time PlayStation and the Nintendo 64 was out at the same time because we both had those. That's when the three-dimensional was being introduced to us, and I'm like, yo, we were all doing the same thing, but for sure they did it differently, and that's why I'm disappointed, because I have a funny feeling they have no intentions of shocking the world with this direct, and I'm confused why. I think, and I'm not going to say who, but
we're winning. You see,
but it might have something to do with them tariffs.
Nintendo Ultra 64 and then renamed to Nintendo 64. More on account it's based on a Silicon Graphics workstation. It has a 64-bit NEC CPU in it, running at 93.75 megahertz. Silicon Graphics 4 Nintendo texture mapping, CD quality RAM for the CPU, able to control this in different ways, using it in different ways. A total rethinking of the video game controller. It really looks bizarre now on account we've sort of developed way beyond the ideas here.
Now, when you look at that controller, you think like, how the fuck would you ever do? It looks like carpal tunnel with a wire attached to it. It's carpal tunnel on a wire, right? Crazy. Some sort of fucking fever dream. Why would you want to play with this controller? Sure. But there's a secret to it, right? So obviously the Japanese, as brilliant as they are, what up? They have designed a controller that you may think looks like a spaceship, but it goes perfectly into your hands. And then at the bottom of those buttons, there's like a secret like Z, or I think it's called a Z button, and you could it does one of the things that if you can't reach. Majority of these buttons, with these yellow buttons, were just camera control, but these were just your main functions, which is just how you would normally play a video game. And the back button would be a trigger right behind your hand. So it was perfect. It looks crazy, but it worked. I at the time when I saw that controller, it's very big, and you think like, you know, that's not ideal, but it definitely works. Your hands don't get tired. Nintendo has always been a master at creating products that not only stand the test of time, but they're just innovative. So that's why, again, I'm going to be disappointed with this direct.
But the idea was that you would be able to control this in different ways, using it in different ways. A game might, for instance, need the D-pad and the other buttons, or it could need the D-pad and the analog stick, or the analog stick and the buttons. There were a lot of different configurations, and that was the basic. Enjoyed a nice long life, but they did eventually need to create a console that was more powerful, and Nintendo did just that. In 2001, both Japan and North America got the Nintendo GameCube.
You need to
just hearing that sound. Yes, the GameCube would be the.
You know we finally here, right?
It would be one of the. It's Nintendo on steroids. Like a lunchbox. It was the most Japanese design I've ever seen in my life. It's purple, and they bought them crazy controllers back. You see, we're back with them wacky controllers, but it looks crazy from afar. But then they actually work with the human hand. It's interesting because Japanese people have small hands. Not all, but you know. I'm just saying some have small hands, but so this controller is designed for Western hands, or all people's hands. So how can you build a controller, right, with style? Because they always go with style. You could look at the PlayStation controller. It's just like it is the perfect controller, but it's very basic. It's basic. Look at this. What is this? There's nothing like this that exists today. Not like brand new. No one's making controllers like this anymore. So they do their thing when they do it, but it's like they fell off. And again, every time you see the yellow, that's just for camera control. So it's not. Oh well, this would be probably directional pad. These would be for camera control right here. So, and these are your A and B buttons, right? Simple.
powerful than the Nintendo 64. It had a 485 megahertz IBM PowerPC
Yep,
CPU.
they're not doing IBM.
And 164 look up and down gave them the idea of traditional looking controller. 40 by 480 resolution, both in 480i and 480p, and a power means to strafe or look up and down, gave them the idea of creating a C stick instead. Since that appeared to be the most logical usage of that real estate, why not go full bore in that direction? In a lot of ways, Nintendo's GameCube was a successor to the Nintendo 64 and kind of swooped in and gave an alternative to the Sega Dreamcast. There were enough similarities between the two systems that people sort of saw it as the next thing like that. And given that Sega got out of the hardware business at that time and started publishing games on the Nintendo GameCube, they were actually able to merge these audiences pretty well. The GameCube didn't really take...
Rest in peace to the Sega Dreamcast. Fantastic system. Story about the Sega Dreamcast. My brother had one. I used to sneak and play it. It looks like a spaceship. You saw what it looked like. It looks like a spaceship. It plays crazy games. Actually, it plays a game called Crazy Taxi. Shout out to Crazy Taxi.
Yeah.
Shout out to Crazy Taxi. Simple game. You pick up different people from all over the world in a taxi cab, drive them to where they gotta go. That's it. Phenomenal game. Dreamcast exclusive.
The market share back as they had hoped to. 4 megabytes of GDDR3 RAM. It had a Dolby as well as an ATI Hollywood GPU running at 240, which included 24 megabytes of SRAM and 64 megabytes of GDDR3 RAM. It had a Dolby Pro Logic stereo audio DSP. In all actuality, the specs inside resemble a slightly upgraded GameCube. This was good for developers on account it provided a much easier means.
It says slightly upgraded GameCube because GameCube was ahead of its time. GameCube was not like a Super Nintendo, but it wasn't quite like it wasn't a PlayStation, because PlayStation was doing polygons where they had all the people trying to look more realistic, where Nintendo, as the approach they always do, they just really like perfect the cartoonish or the animations of bringing something that you would something serious like 007, but making it look like animated, so it's acceptable because it's done so well. Where PlayStation was trying to make you feel like you were actually playing the movie from the game, so it's a little different. They've never tried to mimic. No PlayStation system has ever tried to make a movie-based game or make the character look like exactly how it was. It was all their character base are animated, but other systems are built for real time, like you can see skin textures and things like that. So early PlayStation stuff, they were playing with that, where Nintendo was like, nope, we're gonna keep it video gamey, everybody's gonna look cute even when they're fighting, it's not that serious. And they won for that. They won for a few years, and their price range at the time has always been on point.
Just don't teach him
What up? I can't say that they stuck to their guns with that, because now I think they're overpriced because of them goddamn tariffs. So, I mean, that's just how it goes. But that's neither here or there. Let's keep it pushing.
Of translating their skills and programming, but it also got Nintendo
into another system. Hold on. So I mean, yeah,
a lower class for one, a low price.
You're not familiar? The Nintendo system. They donated once the sales went down. They donated all the Wii's to all of the nursing homes and a lot of the hospitals. A lot of people got cognitive memory back in their bones due to Nintendo products for free. So that was cool. People got they figured out how to walk again and muscle memory, brain memory on a high-end product. So it wasn't like one of those cheap programs that come for free with the hospital, that come with one of those things on your chest when you fall on the floor. You gotta get off the floor.
We finally here, right?
Yeah, get off the floor.
We finally here, right?
It's Friday, then.
Get out of here.
Saturday, Sunday.
No, I thought I had it. Let me see. All right, let's try it like this. Hold on. All right, go for it. Go for it. All right, so then what about my right then? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, yeah, right there. You're good. Yeah, that side, because this side is blank. So you know when I told you I saw it, it was I'm always looking on my right and my left is my right. This is blank. You can't see no. See, no matter what. No, well. Oh, I thought I had it. All right, well, it's all good. We'll work it out. But yes, so
we're going live. 5. Wow, we're going live at 5-ish.
all right. Last system, and then we're gonna Alexa, please make me big. She said I'll try.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces path and I'm homebound.
Little bit of the Wii.
The GameCube. And the reason for this was it was geared towards the entire family. When they called it the Wii, well, it was spelled in a strange way. It was meant to be said like we.
Look at the dap. Did you
W-E.
see the dap? Now that's another thing that changed. That Nintendo has not been catering to black people no more. Because they follow Western ways. So like you know how we're like having like a tiff with white people right now? They're like, let's just keep it like, you know, traditional white casting, white whatever. They don't want nobody shit on the commercial because they feel like now if they put a black person, we'll find a way to make it racist. So they just opt out. That's kind of the Japanese way. But it's okay. It's just they don't want any beef.
It conjured the idea that it was built for more people. And due to a combination of factors, for one, a low price due to not being the most powerful system on the market, and for two, the innovative ideas and features that created games that just weren't possible on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, the Nintendo Wii pretty much stomped the entire gaming industry when it came out. It eventually went on to sell 101 million consoles worldwide, but a persistent complaint with the was that it was underpowered. It was the only system of its generation not to have.
It's just ugly. That's where we're at. That's where I'm. When I watch this direct, I want to know: can they make have they made a game like as beautiful as like the southern game that came out with the woman with the cornrows? These crazy, I think it's southern something, but you know these beautiful games that you can do with the power of AI and the power of NVIDIA and all these things. They're like, nope, we're not doing that because we have a format. We take the core of gaming, which is like when you were little, You didn't think about you weren't thinking about how big the graphics were and all that. It was all about the story, and we're sticking to that. And I would love to see, and in 2025, because now summer is gone, they dropped nothing hot. Donkey Kong was the last game they dropped. Okay, so they dropped nothing really crazy, not even a Mario game. Okay, which is crazy. I'm trying to figure out how would they try to convince before Christmas for someone to get a Switch where they're not doing anything like the other systems, where these systems are making RoboCop. They're making crazy games. You have a multiplayer Harry Potter game that you can play with your friends on Xbox right now. Like, we're doing big things, but they're like, no, we got to surprise. I think they may have maybe a hit. I have no idea. But welcome to Live at 5, where we have no idea.
HD graphics, and was constantly referred to as being in a different class as the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, a lower class, regardless of the fact it had sold significantly better than both. The next system Nintendo created was intended to capitalize on the success of the Wii, but also bring it into a more modern, quote-unquote, AAA friendly architecture, meaning it was able to make HD graphics as 2 gigabytes of DDR dual stick controller at this.
Had to be. So I want to get to the Switch. So now we're gonna get to the Switch. No, we're not. That's not.
You know what they say.
YouTube said no, we're not.
I wish a nigga like, subscribe, and share.
Shit will kill you fast. I had a really good joke today about people on Friday getting money and can't wait to spend it. That's part of the gamer sphere. People are really complex about how much money they have for gaming, and then people are actually not us, but the big dogs. They're basing our consumerism on what to put out next. So if we say we don't got it, and then we end up buying all of the Switches as soon as they come out, they know that we got it.
Once again, I'm not an activist. I'm just caught up in the shit.
Like
We
we're
start
lying
the
to
shit.
you
You
about
can't stop the
our
shit
money.
till you finish the shit. I'm in the shit.
Not knowing that you probably put that shit on credit. It's not that you put it with your own money. You put it on borrowed money, but they don't give a fuck. They go, you have it then. You have it. You're not allowed to like have what you want without penalty. That's why, things are the way they are. But given the way things have been going, somebody's looking for a change.
Every game personified what the Wii U was. Here's the next thing. But this is also an area where I think everybody crossed a line that is pretty interesting. This is obviously a subjective thing, but hardware is starting to matter significantly less. And even though the necessity to upgrade is still there, the Wii U simply upgrading to be a competitive graphically system wasn't really enough for people to say, yeah, I need that. In fact, one could make an argument that the mainline consoles are more like PCs than they ever have been before, making them kind of just underpowered PCs. I'm pretty sure Nintendo caught wind of this on account when they announced the Nintendo Switch. It essentially freed everyone from the idea of a game console while providing something that was utterly different than the PC gaming experience. The Nintendo Switch console consists of an actual console, which could also be called a tablet or a handheld on its own, and a dock, which the dock itself kind of charges it, plugs into various things.
Now this dock here, you put this on your table or whatever, and you plug it into your television, and now you can play your Switch games on your television. Easy, brilliant. Then when you want to go to the bathroom, you take it from there. You could play the same. It's seamless. It goes right from the TV into your hand, from the controller to the thing. Brilliant. This is what I was talking about. When they did this, I said, oh shit, they're back. They're back. So what kind of games are we talking about? Nothing. Baby games.
And is essentially used as the means to plug the gaming system into the TV. Now, interestingly enough, the handheld is also a dock for the controllers. The Joy-Cons, which are kind of a hybrid of a controller and the motion-controlled joystick, can be detached from the sides of the handheld and either used used on their own or attached to a grip and used as a separate controller. The Nintendo Switch's innards were developed in partnership with NVIDIA.
All right, so the Switch was the system that actually they had to step up to the times. So they do NVIDIA behind. Now the Switch 2, which they're going to show here, actually, they're starting to use NVIDIA indefinitely. So what would it look like? They're talking about new Cyberpunk on the Nintendo system for the first time. I can't imagine that. What if they had Mario with NVIDIA now? So I'm like, okay, so this Nintendo Direct is Nintendo saying we're stepping up. You download the system. Here's what we got, and I'm interested to see what it looks like.
What are we talking about?
Come on. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6.
When I try to tell you so.
We're going live. 5.
I wish a nigga.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
All right. All right, it's time. Put this bitch at 720p because we don't want any problem, please. Not a drop. Not a drop. 1 second. Make sure that the Alexa, make me big. She said I'll try.
He told me to take my high yellow ass inside the house.
All right. Hot out the gate. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If it's a baby game or a game that involves farming, I purchased whiskey today. I will take not all the time. I'm telling you out the gate. This is not a drinking stream. I told you. I'm already Blue Dream, I said. I already told you the beer. I already told you this. I already said this. But I'm saying if they start this, welcome. My name is we're not doing that.
Don't finish important.
But if they come out the gate and they say this is the new game and it's a baby game with farming in it, I'm having some whiskey just for the start. That's all I'm saying. All right. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to Live at 5, the only show that threatens you with my own health.
We're going live. 6 o'clock.
Frisky. I'm pumping it up. I'm just gonna do 1080 because I know it's 1080. I'll do 1080p. I gotta see it like that. So I'll risk it for the biscuit. Okay.
Well.
All right, we'll try it, but I can't look at it like that. Come on, man. All right, here we go.
I'm Shigeru Miyamoto. We'll start today's Nintendo Direct with the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Tomorrow, September 13th, marks 40 years since the launch of Super Mario Bros. In Japan, digital technology and gaming consoles. Additionally, Mario has taken on many different designs in the artwork. At the Nintendo Museum, which was character illustrations drawn during the development for games. There are also illustrations and pixel art from the Mario series. Also, from now through next September, the ticket for admission will change to the design shown here. And starting this December, we're planning a 40th anniversary light display. You'll still need a reservation.
They're terrible. They're terrible. I know this is not a shot because this is not a baby thing. They know exactly what they're doing. They go, hey, before I start this shit, you ever remember this? Look, we got this whole shit locked in here. And if you ever thought about revisiting every moment of your childhood, we have created a museum so you could literally take your grandmother to go for the first time she played Nintendo with you in a museum that will remind her of that shit. That's niggas be fuck. They play with it. They know how to do it. That's why they never going broke. They fuck with you. They know how to play with your heartstrings. That's why you still remember a nigga with a mustache and a hat, whether it's played by John Leguizamo or not. First of all,
go back to my home country. You can get reconnected with your roots and yeah, go back.
There better not be any Spanish there, okay? Especially coming from your unemployed ass mouth.
To enter the museum. But we hope those visiting will check it out. Onward, we opened the third Super Nintendo World theme park at Universal Epic Universe in Orlando, Florida. Next is more news about Kyoto. We'll be supporting the Kyoto Marathon, which will take place next February. Since its inception in
Since I've been alive for 40 years, I have never seen a Nintendo system Mario video game. There are no new Mario game. Wow. What the fuck? Come on. There are no new Mario Brothers games for that brand new, beautiful NVIDIA system. Wouldn't you want to see a NVIDIA Mario? He was like, nah, Donkey Kong. I was like, what the fuck is this? You never heard about it, maybe because it's not a big deal. Who gives a shit about Donkey Kong doing his own story? The story is actually ridiculous, too. I don't even want to get into that. But, yeah, he dropped the mascot, moved on to the monkey as soon as they got the NVIDIA. I don't understand that. Now we're going to go back, he says. Never showed me in no game yet. This is just saying, hey, man, it's the 40th year, if you didn't know. And we got this museum, and we got the theme park popping. This is about, how were we at? 2 minutes in. It got you with the Mario in the beginning, though. We drawing it. Like, you remember this shit, right? No new game yet, though. Out the gate, no new Mario game. No hype. He's not hyped.
1985, the Super Mario series has been running for 40 years, thanks to everyone's support. But this time, Mario himself will be runners will wear, which has the Nintendo logo on it. We'll be supporting in other ways as well. If you're interested in marathons, why not take the opportunity to run through Kyoto? Also, coming next spring, please.
This is a movie. I'm taking a shot. This is a movie. This is not a video game. This is the fucking movie.
Did I do that?
Oh my God. Come on, man. You don't open your video game direct with a movie. This is about video games. You saved that shit for Comic-Con, my nigga. Damn. Let's see if I can just splash it. I know. Reach. I love to reach. No, they ain't gonna do me like that. Now in your life. I said very simple. Open with a video game. Open with a video game for your 1 hour direct. So far, you have sold me a 40-year. I feel like you have sold me a 40-year-old anniversary thing that I've already seen. I don't have nobody got no money to be going no goddamn Mario Park. Ain't nobody doing that. You know he's costing the same price as Disney because it's gonna goddamn tariffs. So you know what that's gonna be. Hell on earth. So then he's talking about what? Oh, and then if you don't want to go to the damn park, come to the damn museum, brother. Anybody who clicked on this, there's two people. There are consumer analysts who want to see where what's the newest thing. They have to check out with the new consumer product that comes out, so they know what the fuck we're gonna buy next. And then people like me. Did I do that? Who I'd rather see it before I get spoiled with it, because you know, right after this, it literally was this morning on Japanese time. I think it came out 2:00. I'd like to see it first, and I wanted to share it. I've never done one of these before. I'm not an activist.
I'm not an activist. I'm just caught up in the shit. When you start the shit, you can't stop the shit till you finish the shit. I'm in the shit.
It's like a low key streams. Xgongiveittoya, and I just wanted to share my enthusiasm for video games as high as I could be. But this is not a fucking video game. This is a movie, so you can eat a dick. And I hope that I don't have to do no fucking copyright strike because I'm playing this trailer. So now I have to do that again. Jesus Christ. Now I'm going to have Chris Pratt. It's Chris Pratt's back. It's not a bad movie, though. It's kind of one of the best. It's one of the best. It was seamless. Some of them are so hard to watch. But they got everything right. They made Seth Rogen the Donkey Kong. It's perfect casting. Nope, I have no beef with this, but I just know that this is not a video game. This is not something I would have seen 10 years ago where I go to watch a video game. It's like watching the MTV Awards and they open with the fucking, the MTV Movie Awards and they open with a Madonna tribute, you know, like dumb shit. Just if it's all the same, then make it all the same.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
This, sometimes I don't want to be right. That's all.
What are we talking about?
He said, "Let's go." Italian star. Shout out to Italy.
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy shook the world back in like 2016, maybe 15. This is all on that system I just showed you. That would be the Nintendo, the GameCube. The GameCube had Nintendo, the first Mario Galaxy. Now, the significance and why that game was so cool, it was the first time that he didn't go from like hot to cold or this to that. It was planet to planet. So different planets had different elements that you had to do as Mario to go through it. So certain planets you had to use water, certain planets you had no gravity, certain planets you had to walk upside down. It was very cool. They took Mario to space. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. That's where you'd be like, oh my God, how do you guys make cartoon graphics, but you make it feel so like you feel like you're playing like a video game. So like that's the point. You don't have to feel like you're playing a movie. I understand that. But they're the masters at making you feel like you're playing a video game. Yes. So yeah, Mario Galaxy, the movie, is going to be just as good as the first one because like they were playing with us with the movie. That other shit was just the basics. That was him meeting Donkey Kong, blah, blah, blah. Mario Galaxy, the whole premise of that is you have to collect stars from different planets. And who has the stars? Bowser. So it's a whole different game. He's collecting stars from different planets. So imagine Mario fighting in space. That's pretty much what that game was like. So it's going to be very gnarly.
The name of the new movie, the Nintendo and Illumination are producing. What kinds of adventures do you think Mario and his friends will have in space? This movie will be the main event of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. Let's also hear some remarks from the movie's co-producer, Chris-san, from Illumination. Chris-san.
Thank you, Miyamoto-san. As we celebrate Mario's 40th anniversary, it's an opportunity to reflect on the 4 decades of...
I don't know if Bowser still works here. I think he got in trouble, the Bowser guy. I'm not going to Google it because I'm trying to get through this, but I think there was a guy that worked for him. His name was Bowser, and I don't know if he still works there. I remember something happened with him, but he might have beat it. But he was in the news for something, and Nintendo in Japan, they don't play that shit. If you get in trouble for anything, you're fucking out. They don't give a fuck. You're cut. So I think he got in trouble, but it may or may not. But this, if I'm looking at this guy, this may be the new version of that guy.
Creativity, imagination, and adventure that Mario has brought to life for fans across generations and around the world. From its groundbreaking world building to its iconic characters and unforgettable music. The Super Mario Brothers have left a lasting impact on the very fabric of our culture. All of us at Illumination with Nintendo, for our story, every Mario era. Our directors, Michael Jelinek and Aaron Horvath, along with the extraordinary team of artists at our studio in Paris, are very busy working to deliver a film that aspires to earn its place in the history we're here to celebrate. Brian Tyler is also returning to compose a score that blends together musical themes from Mario's incredible game heritage. And we're also thrilled to welcome back Chris Pratt as Mario, Charlie Day as Luigi, Jack Black as Bowser,
I came here to see video games.
Keegan-Michael Key as Toad, and Kevin-Michael Richardson as Kamek. And as we continue to make progress on the Super Mario Galaxy movie, we look forward to sharing more with you in the future. And until then, thank you, and back to you, Miyamoto-san.
Thank you, Chris-san. I'm also involved in the production every day, and I'm enjoying it. It's a movie worthy of the 40th anniversary. Please wait a little longer for its release. While you're waiting, I have something I'd like to show you. Please take a look at this.
I think they put Jason Keaton on the back of that shirt. Look at this face. Waji. It doesn't like it. It doesn't like it at all, man. Okay. Let's drop it now. What can I get? Fair enough.
We're going live.
These games already came out already. Came out already. Now you can buy a chibi for them.
That's right. It's the games that share the movie's title. Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Okay, I'll turn it over to the original director for Super Mario Galaxy, Koizumi-san.
Let me get this straight. So because they released the movie Mario, they're taking people who don't even know who the fuck those people are.
They're so excited for you to be a part of this experience, the fans. So you want to leave?
People who don't know who Mario is. So he's like reintroducing Mario. First movie, he's a plumber, blah blah blah. Got a brother, got a donkey friend, blah blah blah. So all of a sudden, he got to bring you all the way. We have to reintroduce everything. Now he's gonna recreate the games like it was 20 years ago. That's not a. That's a scheme. That's a scheme. Fuck. I can't believe this is happening. How much do you think? $70? Can't do that. That game originally came out for $30 back in 2011 or whatever. You can't make it $70 because you put the two games together and then put some HD gloss on it because you didn't use NVIDIA. When you NVIDIA old game, you just make it look like a better version. You can't add like ray tracing or any like reflections on an old game. You can't. It's not that good. So you're just making it look as sharp as a 20-year-old games could look. So why would I pay this year's prices for yesterday's slice?
Okay.
Well. Hey. Hello, everyone. I'm Yoshiaki Koizumi.
Full of shit.
From here, I'll introduce the games that will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. First, the two games you just saw were developed around the idea of what Mario's adventures would be like in space. The planets have gravity, and seeing Mario not fall off of them while upside down was very impressive, even as a developer, through its original release on Wii. In Rosalina's library, you can read a storybook. It's now in both games, and we've also added new pages. We hope you're looking forward to that as well. In addition, the storybook will be available as a real-life product. The news, including the release timing, will be available on the My Nintendo Store website later today. So please, check that out. Super Mario Galaxy Plus Super Mario Galaxy 2
System
will launch
4.
on
Hold up.
That's a good point. Although,
Hold up.
And what, let's check with
Google time. It's Google time.
The new Nintendo Switch, if you want the good one, which means, like I said earlier, one who is good with God. Something like that. Nintendo means one who is past it with Jesus, with Lord. Something like that. To be holy. Yeah, get Lux from heaven. Yes. Yo, shouts to Jesus. Black Jesus. Yo, shouts to, inshallah to everybody even up to it right now. For real. For real. All that jumping.
All that jumping is making me nervous.
So they got it's about $500 plus, $500 plus tax. So these niggas said, buy a new handheld system that we just created, right? For you, my Nintendo baby. But can you buy this old game? What? Why would I play a game that came out in 2011 on a system that came out in 2025? Why would I do that? Am I some sort of sadomasochist? Knowing like there's like games like Death Stranding and there's games that look like and they act like, and I'm not talking about just like I'm not talking about sci-fi shit where it's just beautiful but it plays like shit. No. I'm talking about games that when you play you can feel weight. You can feel weight when they make you want to feel weight. Nintendo hasn't done that in a long. That was the Wii. Yeah, that's not what this one's doing. Switch is like they're trying to show you graphics on this fucking little baby thing, and then you can put it in like they're trying to bring that shit back. But how you doing that when you bring it back games from 2011?
It was wrong to kiss you. You're right.
Also available on Nintendo Switch. So if there's one, okay, let's introduce some other Mario games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
The latest entry in the Mario Tennis series is hitting the court on Nintendo Switch 2. Spins, lobs, and other familiar shots. But now you can also slide and use other work with new defensive maneuvers. And swing into action with new equipment called Fever Rackets. Build up your feet gauge, then unleash a fever shot. Free summon mushrooms that shrink your opponents using the mini mushroom racket.
What are we talking about?
There are 30 fever rackets, each with their own abilities. Pair them with 38 playable characters, the most in series history, to find your own strategy. Flower provides ribbon.
Sorry, 2025. This is the first new Mario game that ever came out. This is the new Mario game. It's a tennis game. There has been no new Mario game since the Switch came out early in January. I think the Switch came out. So this is the first new Mario game. It's a tennis game. All right. Fuck it.
Commentary in tournament mode. Aim for the top by completing different objectives in the Trial Towers mode. Play matches with unexpected rules in Mix It Up mode. Even some where you'll experience wonder effects. In the online, choose between customizable rules in online ranked matches. You can even gently swing your Joy-Con 2 controller like a racket for a more authentic experience in swing mode. Plus, after encountering monsters on a remote island, Mario and friends are transformed into babies, kicking off a series of unexpected events in the games. With their tennis skills gone, the babies will need to learn how to play and defeat the monsters to
I think I've seen.
But unique to this latest entry are fever shots, which change depending on your racket. There are plenty of other modes as well, so please look forward to it. Next, please take a look at this.
We're winning. You see what's going on. So whatever you can do to help financially.
Hi.
What'll it be?
Wow! More multiplayer mayhem is coming to the Flower Kingdom in Super Mario Bros. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition. Plus meetup in Bella Bell Park. A large plaza has been discovered in the Flower Kingdom. Bella Bell Park. Here, you can enjoy a variety of attractions that let you team up with or work against friends and
collect the most coins to win.
Collect coins as you make your way through the course. And don't miss your chance to use items to duke it out. Dodge attacks and try to survive.
Whoever's it at the end loses.
Run and hide in tag.
I think we all.
If you're tagged, you're it. And the other players get to transform and hide.
To relay.
Pass the bob-omb to each other.
Work together to get to the goal.
Place donut blocks while your friends run across them.
You know when I showed Mick Kids, I showed you how simple Mick Kids was? It was like you have to go from that thing, and then there's a cloud world, and there's a thing world. Look where we at. They are so focused of you playing with your friends. Now it looks like some sort of fucking HD, some anxiety nightmare. We don't. Some people don't have friends. Focus on the craft. This is stupid. Nobody wanted to play the game that came out 5 years ago with their buddies.
Jump to the beat.
Jump in time and the lift will rise. Get in sync. Then 1, 2.
Fantastic.
There are so many other.
Look at this.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition adds other new content as well. Look forward to more on that in the future. Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 edition, plus meetup in Bella Bell Park launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next spring.
So long.
Super Mario Bros. Wonder is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. As its name implies, Meetup in Bella Bell Park adds more multiplayer options in the future. About these chatty characters.
Was it something I said?
The talking flowers. We actually made them.
Buy this shit.
We kind of look alike, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Sometimes they'll talk on their own, just like that. These talking flowers can make everyday life a little more fun. They're planned for release next spring.
20 minutes, not one new
Okay,
game.
next is the last game for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary part of this presentation.
Oh shit. This is the last of Mario. This is not a new Mario. This is it. This is it. We're making a new Yoshi video.
One day, on the island where Yoshi and his friends live, Guy. It looks like the book has information within its pages about unusual creatures. But it can't actually see what's written down. So Yoshi jumps in to investigate. First, let's study this flower-like creature. It tastes kind of sweet. You can carry this creature on your back. Touch flower bud.
If I see a baby game that makes me feel like a baby watching a baby game, I'm gonna take some whiskers, a baby. And he said, you don't have to press any buttons. Just believe in yourself. Just believe in yourself and you'll solve the case. This is a baby game. I don't even think you have to press a button to move. I think they're saying if you press on whatever you're investigating, there's this zip right there. Don't fucking worry. Like, you're good, bro. Like, this game, you'll get through it. You'll get through it. You don't got to worry about it. So sticking to my guns. No, we're not doing baby flower buds touching flower buds to decipher who was the culprit who stole all the lilies. Come on, dog. All right, if you wanted to say Nintendo has now become a system for children, that's fair. But why would I play this? Nobody has time anymore. Unfortunately, we don't have any time.
We're going live. We're going live. Yeah. 6 o'clock. We're going live. 6 o'clock. 6.
Well, I try to tell you so.
With it, and they'll bloom. As you wander through the book, you'll make all sorts of and will be written down. Hey, we found some dandelions. Touch them, and they'll scatter in the air. Oh no! That creature is stuck. It seems like the dandelions can absorb nutrients. Thanks to them, we were able to break the rock. Hit the book. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next spring.
A new game starring Yoshi is on the way. The game takes place within a mysterious book. Please stay tuned for future updates. That's all for the Super Mario Bros. 40th anniversary. In addition to the games coming in.
We're done for Mario. That's the end. There are no more Mario things happening tonight. That was the end of Mario.
They're going after the chip.
The same reason they love my phone. These little guys are drawn to data.
What do you mean drawn to data?
It's intelligent. The more data it consumes, the smarter it gets.
These things eat data.
Exactly.
They're going after the chip.
In the future, the new movie releases next spring. We hope you enjoy all sorts of adventures with Mario. Okay, we'll now begin our usual Nintendo Direct. First, we'll introduce games launching on Nintendo Switch.
It's time to storm into Cryptica. The mesmerizing world of Crypta awaits in this 2D side-scrolling roguelike adventure. Fight your way through this 80s anime-inspired realm solo or with a friend in couch co-op, where every battle is twice as chaotic and hosts against your foes. Uncover wider, unique melee ranges and glide through adapting with full acrobatic moves. With the help of magical stormers, gain permanent and in couch op mode, you can experiment with ability upgrades by combining and sharing power-ups for different playstyles. Storm Lancers launches exclusively on the Nintendo Switch system later today. The wilderness is calling. Transform a wild island inspired by the Australian outback. In this charming survival life sim, there are plenty of ways to make this wilderness your home. Plant crops, catch it while exploring. Wild creatures may attack, so use your tools, weapons, and wits to make it out in one piece. As you progress, you can turn this rugged island into a bustling town. enjoy festivals with visitors. Some of them might even decide to live here. Plus, up to 4 friends can build. Dinkum launches as a timed console exclusive on the Nintendo Switch system November 5th. Pre-orders and a demo will be available later today on Nintendo eShop. Embark on a colorful save a mysterious planet in the platforming adventure Popucom. Multiplayer only game on this planet. Hack enemies. Can only swap between them during battle. Timing is critical too. Work together to fire colors at the right time to overcome obstacles. You can also use items like shields to block lasers. Or drones to create our stages. Team up to take them down. Additionally, in party mode, up to 4 pals can take on a variety of challenges together. A colorful co-op adventure awaits in Popucom.
Oh, here we go. Here we are again.
Here, on this small island floating in the sea, are me characters, each living their own carefree lives. In the Tomodachi Life, living the dream game. What? You're in charge of this island. You can create me characters of anyone you'd like living here. Base them on a friend, a family member, or even yourself. Once you've chosen their personality and voice,
My name is Anne.
your me is good to go.
I can't wait to start living here.
The me characters you create will enjoy their island life however they see fit. Wonder what's up?
Katie.
I'm so hungry.
Oh.
Food for thought.
This is fucking sick.
Yum.
Enjoy.
Okay.
Well.
Looks like that hit the spot.
You go.
This me looks bored all by their lonesome. Someone needs a pick-me-up.
The Nintendo Switch, man. Let me just go say it again. It costs $500.
Oh, slap.
They really hit it off, all thanks to this meetup. This is just a small slice of the life here on the island. Stay tuned for more information in the future.
We interrupt to bring you some breaking news. This just in, following previous reports of a 2026 release date, we can now confirm that Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream, launches next spring. More on this story as it develops.
No.
There was breaking news in that trailer. Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream will launch next spring. Please wait a little longer for this new dream life. Next up are games to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
Dash, slash, and clash in these games. Get over here and choose your fighter.
You better wake up. The world you live in is just a sugar-coated topping. There is another world beneath it, the real world. And if you want to survive it, you better learn to pull the trigger.
Now you just shitting in my face.
Did I do that?
Listen.
Subscribe and share. It's free. If you have the internet,
Fuck you.
it's absolutely free.
Fuck you,
if you
Nintendo.
have the internet, it's free.
Fuck
if
you.
you put on your internet, it be there. Like,
Nintendo,
subscribe,
fuck you.
and share on the internet. It's on the internet. Just put on linktointernet.com.
Fuck you. Now you, because you got the rights to Sega Genesis, now you're going to sell me Mortal Kombat again? Are you out of your fucking mind?
We're going live. You know we finally here, right? You know we finally here, right?
Well, it's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday.
Sorry, excuse me.
Delete! 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 Delete!
This is your last straw for me. How much you think they're going to sell Mortal Kombat for? For just to give you a scale of when games came out. The movie Juice, they were playing Mortal Kombat, all right? How much do you think they're going to sell Mortal Kombat for on the new system?
What up?
On the new system that just came out a couple of months ago. How much do you think they're going to charge for Mortal Kombat to be on the Switch? Now, this is the first time a Sega Genesis game. Then they went to Nintendo. Super Nintendo version was shit because I told you. That's why I played that video. The Sega Genesis was slick. It was slick.
It was all a dream.
So, but the Super Nintendo had good fluff for the animation. It was more like good Disney could do Pixar. But like the Sega Genesis can do Aladdin. Too slick, right? It looks like too computerized. Where Super Nintendo had the friendly family Famicom. Shout out to right.
It was all a dream.
All right, so what I'm saying is the Sega Genesis had the better version of Mortal Kombat. I know that because I had it on a Super Nintendo and it was not that good. It was not good at all because it was so watered down and it because that system is not made for blood. So when you had the Sega Genesis, like I told you, it was slick, right? Slick.
It was all a dream.
That blood in a Sega Genesis, that shit looked real as fuck. So yeah, bravo for that. Yes, for sure. The Sega Genesis was really good for that. But this game came out 100 years ago. So here we go. if this game costs any more than $20, I already took the shot because I said if he puts out a baby game, we did the baby game. Then I said if he showed me something I already seen, like from like fucking.
You know we finally here, right?
I said he showed me something that I've never, like for like 20 years. Here we go. We have Mortal Kombat 1. This nigga's in the Mortal Kombat 1 because the movie's coming out. These niggas are acting crazy. They don't give a fuck about gaming. We're trying to get the money rights for these movies coming out. Dummy. It's okay. It's okay. And so for like, remember I showed you, they said how they thought about the gamer first. They thought about how they wanted to see the family playing video games together. No, not like this.
We're going live.
I wish I did go.
6 o'clock. Subscribe and share. 6 o'clock. 6, 5. I don't have friends.
It's so excited for you to be a part of this experience, the fans. So you want to leave?
It makes me sad because I'm like, yo, you now you're just cashing in. You're cashing in properties. Everybody knows Mortal Kombat movies coming out. And the nigga just, in the beginning over here, he just dropped that Mario Galaxy, the movie's coming out. And then he just dropped that the Mario Galaxy game is going to be re-released over here. So we're back at square one. Now he's cashing out on Sega Genesis properties and the movies that are coming out. But yet we have, I don't even want to say, oh my Lord, I jumped ahead of my own guy. All right. I'm gonna let this nigga plead his case. If this game is $70, if he's charging us $70 for the game that came out 70 years ago.
In this totally collection of moments from the 90s and early 2000s, including arcade, console, and handheld versions. Friendship matters, so fight your path to an interactive documentary that includes concept art, archival footage, and
they don't even have the blood in it. They put this. The reason why I didn't play the reason why I hated my version of the Super Nintendo because there was no blood. That was the difference, right? Look what he's doing now. Look what he did. Hold on. He's got, see, like when this happens here, there's blood. Okay. They got the Super Nintendo version, but they're calling it the Sega Genesis version on the Nintendo Switch 2. Holy shit.
Did I do that? It's a word.
That system came out in 2025. This came out in 1995 or some shit. Nigga, look. When I go buy them, that's blood. There's no blood in the version. So they're selling the Super Nintendo version of, which I told you is the shitty version of Mortal Kombat. But he started with Sega Genesis. He showed you a Sega Genesis. He said, you remember Sega Genesis? Now it's going to be on the Switch, but not like that. There's a very specific move right here. I'm glad I got it, baby. I hope that's in fucking frame, my nigga. Let's go.
Did I do that?
Yes. 6 o'clock. We're going live at 6 o'clock. 6, 5.
You fucked up. You fucked up. This is a very famous move. This move went to court when they was talking about violent video games. This move specifically, there's blood that's supposed to come out of this man's head because it's called an uppercut. It's an uppercut from Scorpion. But that means that blood's supposed to come out, first of all, from bitch-ass Johnny Cage. So, they are showing us that the new Nintendo Switch version of the Mortal Kombat collection with all KKK, don't get me started. I already saw it.
White people. White people face.
You know we finally here, right? You know we finally here, right?
It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday.
This fucking move requires blood, my nigga. They said they're telling you to your face there will be no blood in this one. That's the worst version of Mortal Kombat. Now they're selling us the shittier version of the game that we tried to avoid. The reason why people bought Sega Genesis because Nintendo was made for the family, where Sega Genesis was a bad boy. It was all black. It was all all right. But don't worry about the man. The man I'm gonna sell us Mortal Kombat. I need to find my daughter. He's trying to sell us Mortal Kombat again, and that's, you know, I don't know what to do with that. I feel like you're attacking me as a consumer. You think I'm stupid, or you think I'm like I miss my childhood so much that I'm down to clown. Like I'm down to just fucking like just spend a grip on some shit that I already did or I begged my mother for when I was 8. But because like my trauma, I'm down to like repay for my own, like revisit my own trauma. That's what this shit looks like to me, man. I'm like, what are you doing? How are you gonna summon Mortal Kombat? This game is in juice. Just do the math. It's dumb. It's dumb. Now, maybe a new generation would never heard of Mortal Kombat, sure. But you saw the movies. I mean, you had to have heard of this property.
Here. And choose your classics.
They give the babies the tablets and shit. So like they don't have time to look at lore. If somebody wanted to play a fighting game, so someone said, "Oh, you know, the best fighting game is Mortal Kombat," and then somebody's like, "Oh, the best fighting game is Street Fighter." It's like, first of all, most like 30% of people know how to play fighting games with fighting sticks and that type of shit. They can make it on T-Pain's or either Neo's fucking video game team. So like majority of us just mash buttons and hope the fuck to God that we win. You know what I mean?
That's also known as an algorithm.
So like half of us are just pressing buttons for our lives, but like but they're still fun to play. One thing I hate is a nigga try to sell me. I'm not gonna play like something that trumps this, but this Trump. What do you think? What the fuck are you talking about?
We're winning. You see what's going on. So whatever you can do to help financially would be fantastic because we have to beat it. If it's $5 or $10 or $100, whatever you can do.
All right. So if you're talking about what's the word on a thing, something that's worth it, properties in video games that's worth it. Assassin's Creed is a franchise overlooked. These glitches, they have a purposeful photo mode because they know how they do their shit, and it's the most, I want to say, A24 of video games. Because hear me out. Yeah. A lot of games have their own narratives. They go, "Oh, this guy did this. He has a symbiote. He's gonna poison people. Blah blah blah. Whatever." Just like movies, script. Oh, that's all. That's. Hey, that's how we keep shit going. Narratives. Other people using their brains. Taking a Cinderella story and turning it into a fucking Rumpelstiltskin, which we're kidnapping kids, and then we're going back into the Three Little Pigs. We're burning houses. We could turn all of our fucking little baby stories that we heard, and that's what we've been doing, is making them like super powered up. You know, like every Equalizer is just like fucking like whoever found that nigga was lying about the wolves and the sheep and shit. You know what I mean? Somebody wanted to kill that nigga. So I'm just saying, like, where we flip that is where we are people are making up new shit. The new shit is the A24 and the Fire shit, right? So I say this. That's why I appreciate those weird ass fucking things. I need that. If I know what's coming, why would I duck? Yeah. Alexa, make me big. I'll try.
Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Just make it right, Nintendo. You ever smoke cigarettes with your mom?
It was all a dream.
I had this joke. I was chilling, and I was like, you know, I like to, in my brain, I like to write jokes on myself. And I was just thinking about like an 8-year-old like playing video games. I said this earlier in the stream, but like, she's like, I can't get this level, and like, we're smoking ciggies, me and mom, like just trying to get this Mario level together, try to get on top of that pole so we get them points. I could imagine like, you know, I guess that would be the newer version of that, would be like smoking cigarettes, trying to beat the video game. That's funny. To me, that's funny. I mean, it didn't happen, obviously, but I would have had cancer by now. That game is hard. Mario, if you don't fuck with precision, and you don't know, like, when they fuck with jump perception, so you think that it's there, but it's not there. So if you overshoot it, but don't get hyped. If you shoot it, it's very listen. Yeah, what up?
Dash, slash, and clash in these games. Get over here and choose your fighter in this totally collection of classics. This compilation features multiple classic games from the 90s and early 2000s, including arcade into an interactive documentary that includes concept art, archival footage, and exclusive interviews with the original creators. Prepare to test your might when Mortal Kombat, December 12th.
Let's finish this.
Experience the first step into the role of Cloud Stripe, former member Shin Release Soldier Unit. While he's working as a mercenary, the legendary hero Sephiroth, who supposedly died on a past mission, Final Fantasy and remade.
All right, well,
save the world from malicious.
That's it. No, I'm done. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not entertaining that anymore. I don't have it. I don't have it in me. This is a company that's been out. They're the head runners of how this is supposed to go, you know. And I came with almost an hour and a half in, maybe more or less, but they hit me with a Final Fantasy VII. So that means there's this spitting in my face. Very disrespectful. Everybody already did that cloud shit, you know. We already done that. I mean, that's just the future of gaming. I think it's just remakes, just like the movie industry. So that's what's up. That was the Final Fantasy VII came out in 1997. All right, this has been Xgongiveittoya Nintendo edition. I hope it was.
You know we finally there, right? Boss, you know we finally there, right? It's Friday then.
I'm sorry that it turned out like this. If you want to finish the rest of it, you can. I'm not. I don't give a shit how it goes. I know where they're going. The next game is going to be something about some bullshit that came out. Let's see where they're headed. The future of Nintendo is this nostalgia in movies, so good for them. It has something maybe to do with Tarif, but we'll see. But that's neither here or there.
It was all a dream.
Thank you for joining me. This is Live at 5. The only show that starts at 6 o'clock. I'm not that bummed out. I think it started, no, the only show says 7:30. I'm not that bummed out. I'm just kind of like, sometimes you want to be right because you're a man, and you always feel like I should,
That's also known as an algorithm.
You're like, I should be right. Everything I'm telling, I would love for the stream to be like, oh, Japan's gonna biff it again, but they really did. They dropped the ball. They dropped the ball all the way to fucking some sort of kamikaze town.
Twisted. Somebody did. Somebody made.
All right, listen. Don't forget to love yourselves.
I don't need.
Don't forget to love yourselves, and then we will love you back. Okay. This has been Xgongiveittoya. This has been a 3-hour stream about. I didn't even get to the damn all the other stuff, but. Who knows? Maybe we'll do another Xgongiveittoya. I'll keep the same DMX hanging out at Comic-Con, and I'll do a whole thing about DreamCon, because you got to hear about DreamCon. Don't Google it before me, though, because that would be, don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a good point. Although,
don't do that. So, yeah, I'll see you soon. I love you. Thank you for checking this show out. I hope that it was fun for you, and I hope it didn't make you too horny. All right. Yeah, I got so much stuff on Black Cosplay. I can't wait to show it with you. So we'll pick this back up. Maybe it'll be the next theme for the next Xgongiveittoya. I can't get rid of this Pikachu. Look at the Pikachu. It's so cute. All right. I'm going to see you next time. Bye. Sorry it was so long. Okay. I hope you learned something. The early Nintendo shit was dope. All right. Love yourselves and love me back. And stop being rude. All right, and yeah, don't listen. Kill the ones you love. All right, bye.
They're going after the chip.
The same reason they love my phone. These little guys are drawn to data.
What do you mean?
I'm Ginger, and I'm back being a black Scottish ginger babe.
Guys, honestly, I love you Americans so much. Like, I'm so...